What's going on, guys? Welcome in the channel. Pretty cool day today. I'm pretty excited about this. We finally got parts for Don's truck for that thing. If you don't remember or don't know what's going on, I'll put the link to the video probably on the screen here somewhere. If not, it'll be at the end of this video. Go check that out to see why we're doing this. But parts showed up. This is what we ended up with. We have a Glacier Diesel full boot kit and the cold side pipe. I like the Glacier kits. They're a nice boot. They're a nice 5-layer boot. I have them on my truck out there. It's in the street. You can't really see it right now, but it's got the same Glacier Diesel boot kit without the pipe. I didn't need the pipe. I already had a metal hot side or cold side. I keep calling it hot side. Metal cold side. I already had a metal cold side, so I didn't need it. But I have the boot kit and the clamps on mine. And so far, no issues. So we're gonna slap this stuff on there, on this guy. Gonna go drive again and see how much better it is. If this doesn't fix it, at least make it better holding the boost in, then we can go from there. But I have a funny feeling that that little boost leak we had is the root of all of our issues, and I'm excited. I'm just excited to see if it fixes it. So let's get the top side broke out, set up, and let's get to work. So if you guys haven't done this before, it's really not a bad project. All you need to do, let's come up here, get this out of the way again. I don't remember why I put that back on there, but get this out of the way. You got a boot, there. You got a boot behind here. You can get to it. If you can imagine, let's see. If you can imagine, this is out of the way. It's opened up like this. You got a clamp here you can get to from the front. That's a 7/16. You got a clamp to get to here. That whole pipe's coming out. This is the pipe that we have in the kit. This one's plastic. That one's metal. We're gonna get rid of the plastic one. Put new boots on here, and that's it. That's all this entails. This pipe here can be kind of tricky to weasel in and out, but it's not terrible. On my truck, for example, it's a little more difficult because my blow-off valve is mounted in this pipe. His blow-off valve is mounted in the other pipe, which would be the hot side of the intercooler. This is the cold side of the intercooler. So once you have this panel off, not really panel, this little trim piece, whatever you want to call it. So once you have this little trim piece off, you can see right in there. There's your boot right there. There's your clamp. We're gonna take, it's a 7/16. I don't know if I misspoke earlier on the clamp size. 7/16, 11 millimeters on the clamp. Gonna buzz that one back off. Break this loose. Sometimes you have to kind of wiggle a little flathead in there, break that boot loose, and then the whole pipe will slide up the top, and then you can clean your pipe surfaces, your mating surfaces, do everything you want to do, put it back together, slide it in, so you only have to work on one clamp. We can't take the pipe completely out because he's got a Turbo Smart blow-off valve in his truck too. It's mounted in this pipe, whereas mine's mounted in that pipe. I don't want to start taking any of that apart. There's enough slack in the hose where we can slide it up and work with it. So let's get this off and let's get this side done. Now we got our first pair of boots off. Let's compare, just to give you guys a good comparison. So as far as the original parts are concerned, there's really nothing wrong with these clamps. They're nice enough to give you new clamps, but there's nothing wrong with these clamps. The problem is with these boots. If you can see how thin that is, they're just really not the strongest. This is the main boot off the turbo compared to this thing, which is obviously broken, bad, soft. This new boot, better quality, it's gonna handle a lot more pressure, a lot more abuse. So on the clamps, you're going to see 3 sizes. See how that says 306 on it? This one says 325. The big ones say 375. So there's 3 different sizes. The 306s, the smallest ones, there's only 2 of. Those go on the turbo pipe, this long one. 325s go on this side, the intercooler side. 375s are going to go on the other side. So that's side A. Side A is done. Now it's time for side B. This side's kind of the same idea. 2 boots, take them off, slide the pipe out. The only difference here, we'll show you when we got it out, is we're going to compare it to the old or new pipe. We're going to compare it to the new pipe, get it set up, get it back in, get the truck back together, and we should be able to go for a rip. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. We're going to get this part. Camera's trying to overheat on me, so I don't know how much you're going to see, but try to make the most of it. Alright, old pipe, easy stuff. That is actually pretty small. Don't. New pipe. So new pipe's a lot bigger. That thing is a lot bigger. And this dumb thing. I don't even know what to do with this now. So, new pipe time. We have adapter boots. This is not an adapter boot. This is an adapter boot. This adapts from the output of the intercooler to the new pipe. This is where we're going to get bigger clamps. This is where the 375s go on this guy, and obviously the big side of this. This is going to be a 325. So I want to fill you guys on a little trick too. If you're worried about blowing boots, especially on new parts, whether you clean, well, or if you clean the old pipes up, put new boots on, whatever, If you're afraid of blowing boots, go in the house or wherever you live. Go grab the cheapest, nastiest hairspray you can find. I mean, talking about the stuff that makes your hair stiff, the trailer park special stuff, the cheap stuff, Dollar Tree stuff, whatever your mom, sister, cousin, wife, girlfriend, or any combination you want to use of those, whatever hairspray they use. Spray some on this pipe, slide it together. It's going to tack up and it's not going to come off. So that's one tip. Not a lot of people know about that one, surprisingly. It's kind of a helpful one. So if you're having trouble blowing boots, give it a shot. I don't have any here. I don't have any of that. So I'm going to take the risk, get the boots on, and hopefully they stay. They should. Should be no problem. Alright guys, we got it back together. Kind of busted through it. Figured you guys got the gist of the idea, taking it apart. And with the last video, you guys saw the air filter come off and all that stuff, so you understand how that works. Got that back together. Now we just need to set you guys up, go for another drive, and compare the well, not really compare, but watch the monitor. I'm not going to change anything on the monitor. We're going to go over it again. But that being said, let's go for a drive. Let's see what this thing does and see if we fixed it. Let's go over these gauges one more time, just so you guys know what we were looking at in the last video and this one. Again, strongly encourage, go back, watch the other one if you haven't to see the actual problem, and then come back to this video, watch the gauges, and let me know what you think. But what we have, again, we have intake air temp, don't really care. Battery, don't care. That right there is the throttle position. That I put for you guys so you can see where the pedal is compared to what everything else is doing. Engine RPMs right there, EGTs, boost pressure, engine coolant temp, barometer, 14.7, we're at sea level. Speed, don't worry about that one. Fuel pressure. I'll get you guys set up. Oh, make a couple little pulls and just watch what happens. Well guys, we made it back. You saw what happened on the gauges. I don't know if this is one of those situations where you would consider one door closing and another door opening. Obviously we didn't fix our problem. Plain and simple, the boost still drops. You saw it in the data and the gauge. But it's better, you know. Obviously we fixed an issue. That boot having a hole in it obviously had a boost leak, was hurting it a little bit, so we know that needed fixed anyways. And the Glacier Diesel Boot kit with the pipe thing, the whole kit was awesome. Easy to install, everything fit right. Like I said before, you know, I run those same boots on my truck. I have for a while, have no issues with them. I like them. Now it's time to move on to the next step. And again, this is where you guys can come into play and kind of help me with your experiences. Maybe you've gone through this. I don't want to jump on the turbo bandwagon. I don't want to say, oh, you know, just jump and say, oh, the turbo's bad, needs replaced. I want to know. So I think the next step really is getting our hands on an actual scanner. I really want to watch the vane position. I want to watch actual and desired turbo vane position. And that, I feel like that is going to tell us a lot, because the way it drops off, I feel like the vanes are doing some weird stuff in there, and hopefully seeing those two numbers would point us in the right direction. But for now, it is what it is. One thing I could do, and I might hear this from a couple of you guys too as well, I could throw the boost leak checker tester thing back on it, and up that pressure, because, like, you know, you saw the other video, we got to about 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and it started leaking real bad, so I just stopped there. I didn't take it up to 30, 35, 40 pounds, just because I didn't feel like I had to. I felt like that was a smoking gun, which it was, but it's not the smoking gun. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're looking for parts, that Glacier boot kit, if you're interested in one, go check out I Build My Diesel. If you guys don't see it, like I said before, message them, ask them about it, and they'll get back to you. Oh, and all that fun stuff. The link's gonna be down below. But until next time, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you've been through. Maybe you've seen this before. Maybe you have some ideas. So